Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Train Simulator 2019. Now, I know I did something with this route in the past in a live stream showing off Metra's brand new F59 PHIs, but Metra actually announced that they're going to be getting some new SD70MACH, which is basically a freight locomotive that they're going to be refurbishing into a passenger locomotive with an HEP generator or head-end power generator, which is basically the power for the entire train. And this was actually just announced, I want to say, last week, and it's already into Train Sim 2019, which I'm kind of happy about. It's made by BNSF 511 off Railworks America. I'll have the link down in the description below for you guys to go check it out and everything. I'm really pumped about this. But we're going to be doing Metra train number 1247, which is a mid-afternoon service heading west out of Chicago. Stops at Halstead, which is unusual because a lot of the trains actually don't stop at Halstead. Then we run nonstop to Fairview, and then we go all stations to Aurora. Today you have been called upon to drive the service. Typical consists of an F40 PH3, which we have trailing because we need that for the scenario to work, and I have the SD70MAC leading. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not prototypical to actual Metras, what Metras will look like, etc. The paint scheme is possibly spot on from what the picture or the teaser showed, but it's not going to be prototypical to the Metra one. We're going to have freight train brakes, which is different than passenger brakes. The HEP is going to be supplied from the F40, but we're just going to be rolling with the locomotive. It is an actual part of that CSX SD70MAC or SD70MACH, however you call it, pack. That's part of it, but it's just repainted into Metra. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the scenario. I'm kind of pumped about it. I hope you guys are too. Let's get it. Alright, so we are actually back on a route that we started our Railworks career on YouTube. But good afternoon, engineer. Welcome to Chicago Union Station. Before you get going, open the doors. I get you. I understand. We're going to hop in the F40 locomotive here. I'm actually going to turn on the HEP as well as the step lights. I think there's step lights on this locomotive. I could be wrong though. There's not. Okay, so we're just gonna hop into the Mac here. I believe the doors are open. Yeah, doors are open. But check this thing out, ladies and gentlemen. It actually looks really, really nice, considering it's in Metra's new scheme. Once we actually get out of the station, I'll show it off a little bit more. It's kind of like a teaser type thing. But let's go ahead and turn on these headlights. Now we're gonna have to shut these off for right now because for some reason it's scripted that way. So we'll shut those off. Okay, that's perfect. Hop into the F40. Shut you down. Perfect. There we go. Alright, so we're clear to actually depart out of here. Got our headlights on, reversers going forward. There we go. We're on a slow speed limit right now of 10 miles an hour out of Chicago Union Station, which will continue on for about I want to say maybe a mile down the road or down the line. Departing on an approach, so we're gonna go 10 miles an hour. But yeah, so this is basically the CSX SD70MAC, SD70MAC locomotive for Train Sim. Nothing really special. Like I said, it's more of a freight locomotive than a passenger. But the real life Metra counterparts will actually get refurbished into passenger locomotives instead of just being like they are here as a freight locomotive. But it looks like we're actually taking right over there, so we'll be on a clear signal. Let's see if I have any cab light switch, which I don't really even think I need since the frickin' rear unit's blinding me with their ditch lights, which for some reason I can't turn off. I thought I could, but I guess I can't. Sucks. Still don't have the rail driver all hooked up and everything. Like, I just don't have room in my whole desk setup for it right now. So we're just gonna be sticking with the normal routine, keyboard, mouse, all that fun stuff. I really can't play this game with a controller, so it's just gonna be keyboard and mouse. Yeah, once we get outside, I'll actually show off the locomotive a little bit better. But I'm not sure if this is how the prototypical cab's gonna look for Metra. Like I said, it was just a repainted mod. As you can see, it was made for CSX, but the thing says BNSF, no engine number, even though we are Metra number 500. Can't really see that. There you go. We are Metra number 500. Once we actually get out of the shed here, I'll show it off just a little bit better. You guys can actually see what it looks like. It kind of looks like their newer style that they had on the MP36s for a while now, that they finally went to on their F40s, the F40 PHMs-2s, and the F59 PHs that they have before, or the ones that they got before the Amtrak ones. But check this bad boy out. It's a 6-axle locomotive. Not Metra's first, actually. They had locomotives called F40Cs, which were actual these locomotives right here, but 6 axles, a lot longer. That's what Metra was rolling with for a long time. Started out on, I believe it was the Milwaukee Road Railroad. So this isn't even Metra's first 6-axle locomotive, which is kind of cool because you normally don't get 6-axle passenger locomotives. There's normally 4 axles. So Metra is doing something right, doing something unique. That's what I like about their style, is they're really, really unique, especially with their like Silver Stream gallery cars that they got going on. Gonna be completely honest with you, they have their new Pullman cars that they used to have like the blue striping on and whatnot. I like that. Their new ones, where they have like their new design kind of facing up on the car, kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I like the older style blue striping, then it says Metra on it. Newer style, I'm not really that much of a fan of, but I actually do like the look of these bad boys. They look mean. I wish it was, kind of want to see what they look like in Metra's blue and orange, like our trailing unit is. Kind of want to see what they look like, but I mean, this actually does look pretty badass. The only thing I would change about this locomotive is making this front nose here the entire candy stripe, and then just having the orange and red go up from the top here, and just having this top be black. That would be the only thing I changed. It just looked kind of weird just having candy stripe down there and then it's just all black up here. But what can I do, and just kind of have it going down and around from up here and then just kind of meet. But that's just me. That's just my personal opinion on these locomotives. But as you can see, it is snowing outside, so it's going to be a fun time definitely driving this bad boy. I'm not going to actually do the whole scenario like I normally do. We're going to get up here, we're going to stop at Halstead Street, and then once we get out of like Chicago, we get to our triple track territory. Once we get out of the yard, I'll probably just cut it, and then we'll just kind of stop at Fairview and then just keep kind of going from there. Probably not going to sit there through the whole from Lisle to Naperville to Route 59, because I know that those are kind of a little bit of a lengthy distance away. So I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet a little bit as much as possible, just because I have shown this route off a lot, and I do have some different plans for this route as well coming up in videos, some different like shunting jobs and stuff like that, that you guys, that typically happens on a, not a day-to-day basis, but for one of them it's a day-to-day basis. One of them it's a kind of rare occurrence since their new locomotives are coming in, so I'm going to try to like a switching move with that. Plan on it. We'll see how it goes. I need my rail driver so I can actually record that shit. Unless I can try to figure out the keyboard key bindings for the brake and everything. Try to see if that works, but we'll find out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But this 25 needs to hurry up because it is very freaking slow. I hate doing this like 10-mile-an-hour trek out of Chicago. I really do. But the locomotive actually does look pretty fucking fantastic, if I do say so myself. I actually can't wait to see these out on the main line. I'm not sure exactly what route they will be going on to, what Metra uses them for. I don't think they'll be using them for this route since the cab signaling that they have going on. But we're just going to test it on this route just for shits and giggles. It does look nice though, I gotta say. The locomotive does look very, very nice in the Metra, in the new Metra paint scheme. Would be nice to see it in the blue and orange, but beggars can't be choosers. So we're actually going to be speeding up here since we are going up to that 25 right now after we get across this. There we go. Alright. We'll see how this goes. Normally I'm crossing it on this track, but we're actually crossing it on this track now, so we'll see how this goes. We're actually coming up to that 25. It still looks like you're derailing. That's normal with this route. Tight curve. Very, very tight curve. It looks like you're derailing, but we're really not. Got an advance approach. Interesting. Or approach diverging, I should say. Coming up on Halstead. Like I said, normally trains don't actually stop at this location, so I'm kind of like trying to figure out why we are. or why the service does, because I don't really... What I was trying to say is I've never actually seen a train actually stop at this station. So I'm kind of confused a little bit. But, hey, something different. Something different. Different locomotive. Different scenario. Different outcome. The only downfall about this with actually being like real-life Metra is that the belt doesn't actually turn the ditch lights to flash like normal Metra locomotives would. But we are on a diversion clear out of Halstead, so we're going to start slowing the train down a little bit. We can get one of our gallery cars on there. And I guarantee you that's going to be our track that we diverge on right there. But we're going to try to get the first couple cars on it since I don't think anyone's even getting off here. Looks like we got the second, third car on the platform. Halstead Street UIC. Now you are going to run non-stop to Fairview. You will run on the fast line for most of the way. You will transfer to the slow line just before Hinsdale. So we're running main 2, then running the main 3. But yeah, sounding the horn does actually activate the ditch lights, which is kind of nice. But since this route is a genuine quiet zone, we are going to not sound the horn. I'm actually going to shut those headlights off and then turn them back on just so they're not flashing anymore. There we go. A 10 mile an hour to diverge, going on the fast track. I don't understand why they didn't put us on the fast track in the first place. But that's just beyond me. That is just beyond me. Because I think right now we're actually on the our regular track. Yeah, right now we're on the main 3, which is they're referring to as the slow track. Right? Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. The markers look good though. I need to actually do a cab car video with this, and then I have to do one with the F40 because I feel like I'm doing everything else with Metra, but the F40 PH, which is like their main locomotive. So that'll be a thing that come into the future here. But damn, it's really snowing outside. I don't think I've ever actually had this route like in rain or snow or anything. So we're gonna have a fun time with this. We got it clear. So are we finished diverging yet, bud? Almost. Once we clear that switch, this thing right here, we should be able to speed up. 40. Yep, there it goes. We got here. We got some UP looks like an SD70M, and then a Gevo. Typically do see UP on coal trains or general merchandise or even tanker trains out here on this line. They'll come from let's see if I can actually see it. They'll come from back there from that curve. So it's common to see UP trains on this line. BNSF. Oh, it's actually 2 SD70Ms. 3. Oh yeah, 2 M's and then a Gevo. But it's common to see UP, BNSF, who actually owns the tracks. It's common to see, common Metras, common Amtrak's definitely common. I've seen Norfolk Southern. I've seen CN a couple times, but we're actually moving up to a 60 now, which is kind of nice. So we have about 18 miles to go till our next station stop. Looks like it's going to be an entire UP train, it looks like. That I've never actually seen before, because I've seen it have UP power, but like BNSF cars. I've never actually seen an entire UP train on this before. That's actually pretty cool, but it looks like we have an approach. Oh no, we got a clear. We have a clear. Cold cars mixed in. That's okay. That is definitely weird. I've not seen that in a hot minute, where cold cars are actually mixing on a regular manifest. But it looks like the train's just like broken up into sections, which is kind of weird. I'm not used to seeing it like that. I'm just used to seeing it like in mixed match order. But we'll shove the throttle up to 11. Going about 58 miles an hour. 58. Put it in 2, try to speed up a little bit. There's some more UP power. Interesting. So this dude made it seem like this is a UP trackage, which it is not. This is BNSF trackage. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. Clear the station right here at Western Avenue. This is the one that normally trains stop at. For some reason we aren't. Looks like we gotta clear the rest of the way. God, I just can't get over how good this locomotive looks. It's just something different, something new, and I like it. I'm liking what Metra's doing, the decisions they're making with their motive power. I wonder if they'll ever get new cars like they were talking about. But we'll see. We'll see. Looks like we've got an inbound scoot coming in, so we'll actually shut off our headlights. Technically, in real life, we would dim them, but we don't have that option on this locomotive. So we'll just shut them off. So we don't blind him. Like, he shut his ditch lights off, but his things are still bright. Now we'll turn them back on. There we go. He's just running a typical F40. We're running a damn Mac. Fucking love this locomotive. I really do. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're coming up on milestone 15. Coming up on 3 different crossings, and we have a approach diverging signal, which means we're going to be diverging at the, not the next signal, but it looks like the next signal is going to be like a diverging clear, a diverging approach or something. But we're actually going to sound the horn just because I don't know where the head of this train is, and I don't want anybody crossing in front of it. So it's more of a safety issue than anything right now. But looks like we're going to be diverging over here since it is going to a 35-mile-an-hour zone. But yeah, that is the reasoning for sounding the horn in a quiet zone, is stuff like that where there's another train on the adjacent track blocking you. So if someone's trying to cross the road, they are not going to see your train on the middle track, so they're just going to assume that it's clear. That's why you sound your horn, to alert either cars, some of the people that are trying to go around the gate, or just anybody walking around in general that, hey, there's a train coming, not the one that stopped, there's another one. But it looks like we're coming up on, what is this station right here, actually? Highlands. Looks like we're coming up on Highlands on a diversion clear. So Metra 1270, what are we? I don't even know what train we're 12 something. 1247, diversion clear, Highlands, 2 to 3. Or 2 to 1, I guess. 2 to 3. So we're going to slow her down about 15 miles an hour to make this move. That'll work right there. We're going to shut our lights off for that oncoming train. Which it looks like he's actually stopped, so we don't even need to do that. But I don't want to go more than 20 while we do this move. So we're actually going to go in front of him. And then I don't know if he runs express or if we start running, because we're supposed to stop at every single platform after Fairview. So he might be a stopping passenger, but we're still running about 4 miles west. So what I want to do is hopefully this train leaves, because I don't want to end up sounding horns for the crossing. Okay, cool. So both of us don't have to. Sweet. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But a procedure like this does call for the bell. Possible horn. So we're actually going to get this train back up to 70 miles an hour. Typically in Metra it'll be a 40 mile an hour zone between if you're a stopping passenger. So we're going to kind of take that into consideration. But since we are almost about 3.5 miles away, we're just going to stick to 70 mile an hour and start slowing down once we get closer to our station stop. Looks like we are on a clear coming up on milepole 17. Looks like it's a second clear right after behind it too, so we're all good there. We are all good there. I'm going to just do full throttle this bitch and listen to this bad boy. Listen to that. That F40's kind of struggling too in Notch 8. I don't understand why the F40's going to Notch 8. I just wanted my locomotive. Oh well. Oh well. But listen to that thing at 900 RPMs. That is what the F40 is running at right now at 900 with the HEP generator activated. I think that is a normal. That's why they're called screamers for a reason. It's because they sound like they scream. So you listen to that, that's screaming right there. That is why they were called screamers for a reason. Here we are at Highlands, or West Hinsdale I should say. We're at Highlands. But that we got a little bit of leeway in front of that train, so we should be fine to get North Station stop. We're still about 2.5 out, so. Alright, so as you can see, Fairview is now on our map. We're clearing, whatever the hell that station was. Westmont, on a clear. So I'm going to start slowing down since our station is next. Start slowing this bad boy down a little bit. We're coming in on a clear indication, which is nice. Damn, it just looks so freaking good though. I seriously cannot wait for Metra to get these. It's going to look so awesome having a 6-axle unit back on the rails. And trust me, I've seen the F40Cs a bunch of times on the Milwaukee District West Line trains. So it's going to be kind of cool to see how these bad boys become passenger locomotives after being in freight service for the longest time. That's actually going to be kind of a pretty cool thing. As you can see here, we're coming up on Fairview, and we're coming up on Downers Grove. All these bad boy platforms here. But it looks like we're not really picking anybody up. It looks like it's just going to be an empty platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to get the 2 locomotives off. Actually, I might not even have to get the 2 locomotives off the platform. I might just have to get mine. I might not. Yeah, I might not even have to get both locomotives off of the platform. Because everything's on the platform now, so we'll just use mine. And there we go. Don't want to get an emergency. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Get out of dynamic. Shut that bell off. Put her in neutral. And look at that. We got the whole train on the platform. Now it's all stations to Aurora. Next station's Downers Grove, Main Street. Copy that on a clear indication still. Here we go. The only thing I know that's going to be modification on this is, like I said, the HEP generator. But I guarantee you we're going to have some sort of marker lights on this locomotive from Metra. There has to be, and it might even be fitted with a gyro light, which is that light up here that Metra has that kind of like moves a little bit. So I guarantee you this is going to be fitted with marker lights. Not too sure though. They might honestly even lower the headlight to the cab, but with the door being, or to the nose, but with the door being there, I don't know. I kind of think it'd just look better up there where it's at. Number boards are going to look weird though, because I don't know if these are actually going to be the 500 series locomotives. This is just kind of like a test paint scheme as to what they're going to look like from what Metra announced. So I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be the actual paint scheme that they got going on. I'm going to assume it is since it's their new one. But I guarantee you there's going to be markers back here. There's going to be an HEP generator. All the brakes and everything are going to have to be fitted for passenger service. Some locomotives do actually have the option of passenger and freight brakes. So I guarantee you this one is just going to be for passenger to replace Metra's aging fleet, which I'm not really sure what locomotives they're actually going to be replacing, since they're rebuilding all their F40s, or most of them I should say. So I'm not 100% sure what they're actually going to be replacing these with. That's going to be an answer we find out once they actually receive the locomotives. But looks like we're actually all on the platform here, so let's actually just go ahead and stop right here before the crossing. There we go. Looks like we're actually going to be on the crossing. No, we are not. And look at that, we're all so early, which is cool. We are about a minute early. Just about. Almost a minute early. A few seconds early. But it's still pretty cool. So we're actually leaving here at 49. Then we're getting here at 53, 58, 05, 13, 23. Not really too long left of a trip to go, honestly. Departing here on a clear indication. All of Crown Victorias over there and some weird knockoff looking Crown Victorias. I guarantee you this is probably going to be replaced. I know it's not going to be no in-the-train device. It's going to be the markers for the thing. It's going to be upgraded with cap signaling. I don't know if it's going to actually have Metra's like blended braking, which is kind of like dynamic braking and the actual train brake at the same time, which you've seen on like the cab cars and everything. I don't know if that's how it's going to be. I think it'd be pretty cool if they do it that way, but I'm not betting on it. I ain't gonna be betting on it. Be pretty cool. Probably gonna be, like I said, outfitted with cab signaling. Probably gonna have like Metra's thing. I'll actually show you in the F40. Oh, no, not here. The F40. It's gonna have possibly this gauge right here for like what lights are on the locomotive. Probably gonna have strobes added in. That gyro light as well. Probably have that beeper that tells you when the doors are closed on the train, which I'm pretty sure all Metra trains actually, or Metra locomotives actually have. I'm pretty sure. So it's going to get all fitted out in a brand new gear. I'm not 100% sure when they actually said they're going to be receiving these locomotives. I thought, for some reason I'm thinking middle of 2019, but I'm probably wrong on that. For some reason I'm thinking that. But I don't know off the top of my head. All I know is they're going to be SD70MACH. Metra approved them. I think they said there was like 20, I think. 20, 21-ish around there. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. I'm thinking of going out. I might even be thinking of the F59s. But whatever it is, I actually can't wait to see these big beasts. I might actually even take a day trip up to Chicago soon, so I could see those F59s in action on the Milwaukee District West Line trains. I have to go up there anyway, so we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Look at that Metra. I forgot to turn off the headlights. Oh well. Oh well. But yeah, coming up on a Belmont. Going about 46 miles an hour, like I said, from station to station. Metra's max is like 40 miles an hour. So I don't know if you ever taken Metra, you'll see like signs on the edge of the platforms that said all stopping passenger trains must not exceed 40 miles an hour if you're stopping at the next station, etc., etc. So that's what that basically means. If you're a stopping passenger train like we are, you can't exceed 40. I'm doing it for the sake of the video, but I do like to keep things realistic as possible in my videos, as you all seen, or tried to at least. Looks like we're actually all on the platform. Just about one more. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Do that. Do that. Let's turn that into neutral. Put you down to about 31%. And god damn, that looks freaking amazing. And look at that, we're early again. So that's actually turning out to be pretty well, because I've never actually been early on this line. I've always been late. So this is actually turning out to be a pretty damn good episode, if I do say so myself. Next station is Lyle, and look at that, we're going to be early into Lyle as well. That is legitimately awesome. Don't want no wheel slippage, so we're just going to turn it back to notch 1. But that just looks awesome right there. I'm going to let that roll. That just looks amazing. The engineer up in there, parting on that clear. I don't know, it just looks awesome to me. There goes the Metra. The way to really fly. Somewhat kind of flying. We'll actually throttle it up just a little bit right now. It's like some dude missed his train. Oh well. Not my problem. Did I go notch 1? Okay, so apparently that doesn't work on this locomotive, but oh well. I mean, it just, I don't know. This locomotive just looks good. Just looks pretty damn good. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're now going to be reaching our final destination of Aurora, Illinois. I got to say, it was a pretty nice run in this locomotive. I haven't actually driven a Mac in a long time, or a 70 Mac, MAC, whatever the hell you want to call it, in a long time. So I got to say, it was a pretty nice change of pace to this, driving a freight locomotive on a passenger train. Won't be the last time you guys see me do this. I have a couple of different Amtrak scenarios planned for videos where we're actually using a freight locomotive. One's the Sherman Hill route, and the other is the, one's the Sherman Hill route, and the other is the, I believe that's the Pacific Surfliner route, from Fullerton to Los Angeles. So, won't be the first time, won't be the last time, but damn, that locomotive just looks fucking great. This looks so freaking amazing. I love it. I really do. We made it through our whole trip here. Probably a little bit longer than usual, but that's alright. That is all right. I'm going to slow down to a 20-mile-an-hour zone here in just a few. And here we go, arriving into Aurora on a clear indication. Looks like we got another train already here waiting to be departing. Don't think it's actually occupied. No, it doesn't even look like it's occupied. The one thing I'm trying to figure out what Metra does is, like, you arrive on this track and you depart on that track, so you have to actually back out, shove there, and to get into that track. I don't know if that's what they actually physically do, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe take a day trip to Aurora and see what the hell they do. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cars, so we'll do 8 cars since we're got 2 engines. So there's 4 cars. I'm actually not gonna start slowing down as much here. Keep speeding up just a little bit, because I don't know if it like actually buffers over there in real life or not. I actually have not been to. I've actually been to Aurora once, but it was when I was a little kid, so I really don't remember much. That works. That does work. So we're gonna actually drop that to graduated. Do that. Set the train brake. Turn off our headlights. I'm going to come in here, knock down that HEP, so we can get station power. Hear that damn thing winding down. And then we'll come in here and get the train ready for the next trip. There's no marker lights on this locomotive, which kind of sucks, but nothing I can really do about that. But we got a diversion clear, so that must mean a good sign, right? I love that Burlington route caboose. I like that. So yeah, done for now. Another crew will take the train back to Chicago. Awesome. Alright guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this episode. Really did hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of these new locomotives, the video, anything, any comments, opinions, anything you got of Metra's new locomotive or anything in the video that I did. Blah, 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 blah. Don't matter to me. Drop a comment if you want. Follow me on social media. Join that Discord server. Catch you guys later. Peace.